Ladies and gentlemen, you know what's crazy? I usually don't get a lot of requests from my other channels, right? Like, I do, but obviously with the volume of my million subscriber channel is overshadows that, and I, excuse me, get way more of those. This was one of the first videos that people were hitting me up like it was my main channel. So we got broken equipment. I mean, not broken equipment. That's a whole different. My bad. Cornerstone Arts. We got how Drake was after he dropped Iceman.
Good afternoon, Drake. It's a pleasure to have you back after the release of your latest studio album,
Iceman. No more Mr. Nice Man.
Now, before we go into this, I think Iceman lyrically is one of Drake's best albums in a long time. I think Iceman, compared to the other two albums, are Illmatic. If you want to see my full thoughts on Iceman and my problems and what I liked, go check out my original page. It was a little repetitive, a little hypocritical because of what he was saying. By a little, I mean extremely, because what's going on with dissing and being in court for dissing. So we'll see that. But like I said, if we're just erasing, separating the person from the music and erasing what's going on in real life, Iceman sounds way better. I ain't gonna lie.
Iceman. I still can't believe you used that bar on the album. Actually, on the album, I said ironic because the Iceman was a nice man. Now I'm hot and cold. Shows how much you listen.
I'm not here to argue with you today, Drake. Let's just ask a couple questions and get this over with.
Yeah, that's a wise decision because it's Iceman season, and my heart's a little extra cold today.
Yeah, according to this project,
Whoever does the Drake voice is so funny.
According to this project, there seems to be a lot going on in your heart right now. Virtually every song on this album is a diss towards somebody. You mentioned the year 2024 multiple times on this project. Is there anything about that year in particular that left your heart so frozen?
Imagine spending 15 years giving hits, slaps, bangers, classics.
Don't you mean smacks? My bad. I'm sorry. I had to be petty.
Bangers, classics. Your heart and your soul. Just to watch the world turn their backs on you for a fake woke leprechaun pseudo-revolutionary who has dropped 3 projects since the Obama administration.
He ain't lie there. Kendrick, do not be dropping, bro. I said this by the end of the GNX. I said, well, that was fun, Kendrick. I'll see you by the time he dropped. My son gonna be doing reactions, nigga. My son gonna be gonna drop his reaction to the next Kendrick project than I am before. Kendrick will drop on the world, realize he hates everybody, and disappear. I don't blame him though. Like I said, Drake's omnipresence was, I think, a big part of people being sick of him.
Pseudo-revolutionary who has dropped 3 projects since the Obama administration.
I mean, I think the world turning their back on you is a bit of an exaggeration, but if we're talking about things from the Obama administration, isn't that whenever you killed Meek Mill and then clowned him for an entire year? Is that your world tour, your girls tour? I know that you gotta be a thug for it. This ain't what she meant when she...
That was different.
And that's where the hypocrisy, this is where the whole thing, it just goes, it's so, you can't feel bad for Drake because when when he was the one shooting, no mercy on Meek Mill. And the thing that kills me the most is you clearly see that Drake's Meek Mill thing hurt Meek Mill's career way more than Kendrick's thing will hurt Drake's, and has hurt Meek Mill. You could tell he's a different person since then. This nigga lost his girl. This nigga, all this shit, and there was no mercy for this nigga. So that's where it goes. Come on, my nigga. Kendrick ain't even doing what you did, bro. He just did the same thing. You just went on tour. You did back to back. You had the memes going. You was doing your victory lap. Kendrick did his. Now the hip hop is gonna continue bringing this up, gonna continue talking about it. But I guarantee you, that's what Jay and Nas feel about Ether, nigga. And take
She man when that was different. He deserved it. I didn't. And plus, he's Meek Mill. I'm Drake. His last hit was 10 years ago, and it was with me.
I mean, yeah, it's true. You've dropped a lot of hits over these past 15, 20 years, but that doesn't mean you're immune to accountability.
What is it, the braids? I've been waiting 2 years to use that stupid-ass line.
Yes, another line that you used on the album.
he actually made a joke about that line too. I could tell that line cooked that nigga because he actually made a joke on it in one I think Aiden Ross's streams where he commented or something like, no, he that the braids line got that.
Been waiting 2 years to use that stupid ass line.
Yes, another line that you used on the album. So I take it this means that you don't intend on letting bygones be bygones with Kendrick Lamar anytime soon.
You know how that washed up beluga whale that used to be Rick Ross has that album called God Forgives, I Don't? Well, guess what? The sixth God doesn't either.
Well, you dissed or shaded so many people on this album, including Rick Ross, that it'd be too hard to name all of them, so I'm just gonna stick to the big ones.
Huh, Rick Ross is the big one. And Kendrick Lamar is just a little puppet that's getting his streams boosted by his sugar daddies at UMG. Or should I say Whitney's sugar daddies at UMG?
Drake, don't do this. This never ends the way that you want it to.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I was cool for 2 years. It's ICEMAN season, and I'm getting this off my chest. Don't ask me about 23andMe. I'm a real nigga and he ain't.
I don't care what anybody says. That 23andMe line was fire. I don't care. Hip hop is my bias. I don't give a fuck. All the weirdo stuff, all that other stuff. That 23andMe line, crack. I don't care what anybody says. I'll be down to debate it, nigga. Yeah, that nigga Drake was rapping on some of these joints. He just kept rapping about the same thing, but that boy pen was moving. You know what I mean? When you get into a fight like that, you take an L like that, you gotta come back. All right, let me make my pen move, because these niggas think
I'm a real nigga and he ain't.
I don't think you're allowed to say that word.
LeBron James, how dare you go to that stupid ass pop-out concert and dance with them musty ass West Coast haters? But you know what? I was a
Another thing I found really weird is Drake dissed Crips like a couple of times on his album, and it just goes like, bro, you gotta make that more specific when you talk about no passes for that Crip walking. That's one thing I'm surprised more like Crips ain't been like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
fool to expect any loyalty from you. You've been switching teams your whole career.
I see you're still
Hard bar.
taking shots at LeBron. I thought you got it out your system with What Did I Miss? But there was plenty of Bron slander throughout this project.
Just talking about that traitor is making me sick. And I never said this publicly up until now, but I always thought he was overrated.
You literally tattooed him on your skin.
J. Cole is a bitch.
And what exactly brought this on?
What brought this on? Maybe us getting dissed together in a song, and after years of shadowboxing on every verse possible, he decides he wants to be Mr. Rogers and wave the white flag.
I 100% agree with this. In fact, I think Drake is very valid to be mad at J. Cole. Because if you even go back to First Person Shooter, some of the lines that were like, me and Drake are the best, it's just me and him, Cole was saying it. So Cole just get the moonwalk out of shit like he ain't do nothing. I could tell why Drake would keep shooting at him and be mad. That's valid to me.
Funny enough, I recently had an interview with J. Cole where I kind of called him out for doing the exact same thing. But he made it seem as if the two of you were still friends, and even said it was tragic how everybody quote-unquote turned on you for those 2 years.
Oh, it was tragic, was it? Empty words from a man with an empty space between his legs.
Damn, it's a shame to see what's become of the Big Three. My childhood is in shambles.
Big three.
Your childhood is not in. Your childhood is only in shambles if you really weren't paying attention. The majority, and I mean 90% at least, I'm just throwing out a number, of the time that the Big Three was a thing, they were beefing. Kendrick and Drake were shooting at each other. That's why I go, it ruined your childhood, nigga. How much of a child were you, nigga? There was dissing each other. You don't remember Control, nigga? That was during the Big Three. You don't remember everything that came from that? These niggas was never friends. I mean, they could have been friends, but they haven't been friends in a long. You don't remember the BT? Ha ha, sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Ha ha, jokes on you. High five, I'm bulletproof. You don't remember that? You just heard that and just. I wonder who he's talking about.
It's Big D, and there's video proof.
Oh yeah, and while we're on that topic, no more Gooner bars. If I ever hear you use the term big booty ebony again in my life, I might self-delete.
Well, I mean, if you're that much of a bitch, maybe you should. That's another bar from the album. KYSASAP is what you can do for me.
I've never seen somebody who files lawsuits in the face of no danger act so tough.
I'm suing the label, not the man. Get it through your head.
You're still suing over the song. You can pretend you're fighting capitalism or big business, but I've read the fine print of your lawsuit. To quote your own lawsuit, Drake has suffered an impairment of reputation and standing in the community and in his own profession. Personal humiliation, mental anguish and suffering, emotional distress, stress, anxiety, lost earnings, and other forms of loss.
Okay, and what's your point?
You never seem to know if you want to present as a bully or as a victim.
Run that back, because this is the most concise description of Drake's problem I've ever heard. Cornerstone, this whole video could have just been this.
Point.
You never seem to know if you want to present as a bully or as a victim.
That's so many people's, but that's just some internet nigga. I'm not saying Drake an internet nigga, but that's like the new wave, nigga. Niggas want to be victim bullies. Niggas want to be bullies when it's convenient, and victims when they got repercussions of their actions.
You spend half the album acting like a victim and the other half telling people to kill themselves and calling them pussies.
Oh,
and saying that niggas is snitches because they're probably in court. You said
what, K-Bot? Were my vicious bars too cutthroat for your brittle feelings to handle?
I could spit some Drake bars right now.
Yeah, okay, I'm one of one. I'd love to see you.
Iceman, not the nice man. Drizzy Drake, no hype man. Lawyer fees, that's a nice band. And I call 12 with my right hand.
Woo!
While I'm chilling with my right hand, my attorney numbers on my nightstand. Calling feds was the right plan, and I owe it all to the white man. Okay, that's
cook that shit. I don't care who you were imitating. That shit was hard.
enough. I would never say no shit like that.
You about to send that to the ghostwriters, ain't you?
No.
You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, man.
Shut the hell up.
Oh, that's it? Why is so much? Man, shout out. That was a great one, bro. Classic.